How are you today?
Good. I'm good.
We would like to greet you for a new, how do you say, anniversary for the States. There's a
Oh
birthday
yes,
today.
the
Yeah.
the Independence Day.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Nice to hear your voice.
yes. Likewise, likewise.
Shelton, a little question. Do you have an access to the concept board, the whiteboard? Do you see the concept on your phone or one of the
Um, the,
devices?
yeah. Well, Fernando sent it to me, and
Mm-hmm.
I forget which app it is because when I I'm not sure what app it is because when I went to access it, I didn't. I lost track of what link Fernando sent me, and I was able to access it from the link he sent, and I don't know where that link is now.
So here is Fernando, the angel is here. Fernando, I hope that you can hear us as soon. Maybe he will listen to us and join us, so maybe he can send the right link to the whiteboard that you could see. I can send it too, but I'm not sure it's the right. 1 second, I can share it too. Let me see. Uh, 1 second. 1 second. Copy link. Let's see. I hope that I can send it to you. Here, Rodrigo is here. Good morning.
Good morning, Eti. Can you
Morning,
hear me?
Rodrigo.
Good
Yes,
morning, Shelton.
yes.
Good morning. Shalom, shalom.
Shelton, I'm trying to send you the link. I hope this is the right one. I'm trying to send you. This is the concept board. Yes. Good morning, Rodrigo. How are you today?
I'm fine, Eti. Today it's a rainy day here in Porto Alegre, but I'm very happy and I'm very anxious to talk with all of you because I'm enjoying this moment every time.
Good to hear you. I hope you had a lovely weekend, though it was raining. And is it cold, too cold, or it is like bearable cold?
Oh, the temperature it's a warm day, but there is a lot of very, how can I say, there is a word in Portuguese. Let me try here at it.
Mm-hmm.
And when rain a lot here shows to me something like humidity or moisture, something
Mm-hmm.
like that.
I see.
Very humidity here, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a warm temperature. Warm temperature.
Good to hear. And Fernando, good morning and good week, Fernando. I hope you can hear us. And we shall move here to the concept whiteboard. Rodrigo, do you have an access? And Shelton, do you have an access too? Did you manage to open?
I'm working on it. I got the link. I just have to create the new user account. So I
Okay,
think I'll have it in a moment.
okay, okay. Thank you. Rodrigo, do you have an access?
I'm trying to access this, but how can I say, not load yet. It's try to load here. I can post the link to Shelton if you
I have it. I have it. I
you
just have
you
to.
have the okay.
Yeah.
Um, it's loading to me at I just wait here to
Okay, I
load
can
the
see you.
page.
I can see that you entered already. I can see your name, and I can see that maybe soon it will appear to you as well. Do you have an access by chance, Rodrigo, to the YouTube? Do you see something or
Uh,
okay?
We have I'm on YouTube right now at on
So
the 7th and the 8th, and here I see the picture and I see the test on YouTube.
very,
Leviticus chapter 9.
very good, very good. So I'll try to focus the picture that it will fit. It. Alem Fanadas, good morning, shalom, shalom. We are very happy that you're here. I try to see if, yes, it is catching everything. We have here, as you can see, two kinds of art. I mean, there's one painting by Peter Jan Bruegel, the elder, the father. This is the Great Fish Market here. This, I see Shelton here. Welcome, Shelton, to the whiteboard. This painting was made in the 17th century. This is, the title is The Great Fish Market. This is a beautiful painting. And here we have a pottery, a Greek pottery from the 5th century before counting, before Christ. The difference between those two arts pieces is, I would say, 2,000 years. 2,000 years, the difference in time. Now, let's try to focus. First, I would like to ask you, would you like to choose? Because we have two paintings. Here's Fernando, good morning, and two texts. Would you like to choose something, or can I start?
I'm ready to follow you, and I like a lot the picture, but I prefer to start with the test.
With the
if we
text.
may.
With the text. Very good. With the text. Which text would you like to start with? There's Genesis 17 and Leviticus. What would you like to start with?
Genesis could be Genesis.
Genesis. Yes. Let's read Genesis. Yes. Would you like to read the English text?
Yes, I can do it. Genesis chapter 17.
Yes.
And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, the Lord appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am God Almighty. Walk before me and be thou wholehearted.
Thank you so much. Wholehearted. This is what the English says. And now we shall see the Hebrew version, or the Hebrew source. Vayehi Avram ben 90 shana ותשע שנים, וירא השם אל אברהם, ויאמר אליו, אני אל שדי, התהלך לפניי, והיה תמים. תמים, it means innocent, or complete, or wholehearted. I would like us to focus in the word tamim, which means innocent, or complete, or wholehearted. I will mark the word, and I would like to move with you to the Greek pottery and see what is the relation between all of those things. Here is the word that we shall try to focus on today. I would like us to move to another color, maybe red, that it will be clear. Sorry. I don't have an access at the moment. 1 second to the concept board. Excuse me. Yeah, here it is. Tamim, innocent, complete, wholehearted. And now we shall move to the Greek pottery. What do we see here? In simple words.
Fisherman fishing.
Fisherman fishing. What does the fisherman fish? What does he fish?
A little
Shelton,
fish.
fishes. Yes, there is a
Yes.
fish.
Fish,
Yeah,
yeah.
fish. Fish. Okay, so there is a fish. This is the fish, or fishes. Yes, this is a fish. 1 second. And what is in the middle? There are fishes. What is here? What do you think it is?
Some kind of vessel.
Some kind of vessel. And what is here under the rock? What does it seem to you? Also live under the water, not a fish.
The-
What is
The octopus, an octopus.
octopus? Very good, octopus. Octopus in Hebrew, tamnun, tamnun. Tamnun, and fish in Hebrew, dag. Dag. Tamnun, octopus. Octopus. Look what came here. I will fix it. Octopus, and in Hebrew, dag. How many arms does the octopus has?
8. 8.
8.
8. 8.
8.
8. 8. And what is the value of dag in Hebrew? If we give each letter its value.
Seven.
Yes.
7.
7. 7. Look at the title of this pottery. The title says the following. Can you read, please? Rodrigo, what is the title? Do you see the English title?
An octopus hiding from a fisherman. The tale of a late archaic Kilix drinking cup about 510 and 500 before Christ, period archaic Greek.
Thank you so much. The title is An Octopus Hiding from the Fisherman. So, what is hiding from the fisherman? The octopus that has 8 arms is hidden from the man, or the fisherman has access to the fish. The fish symbolizes what day of creation?
The 7th day.
The 7th
Malchut.
day. Malchut. The fish, very good. The 7th
And the
day.
bin-
Yes, yeah, 1 second.
And-
This, yeah, 1 second. The seventh day. Now the question, the octopus, what day does it symbol? According to his name in Hebrew and according to the fact that even in English, yes, it has octava 8. What does it reflect? Which day?
The 8th day, the Binah,
The 8th
which
day.
is hidden. It's
Yes.
hidden.
The 8th. Very good. The 8th. The 8th day, which is Binah, and it's hidden. The 8th day is always hidden from us because the 8th day is beyond time and space. This is a beautiful example. We might have an access to the 7. The fisherman might have an access to the fish. He might fish them or have an access, but not to the 8th day, not to the hidden aspect. This is very, very interesting in this perspective of the pottery. Now,
Eti,
yes,
may I say something?
of course.
Regarding the picture, please.
Yes.
It's wonderful what you show to us. And if we note, we have 6 dogs, six fishes swimming,
Yes.
and it could mean the six Sefirot, and the seventh Sefirot maybe could be the vessel, the Malchut, which is, how can I say, fixed below the lake, and the other six are more dynamic. They move. The fishes moves. Six sephiras. I don't know if you understand me, but
I
I just
do.
looked
I
at
do.
this, and I don't know if
Of course,
I-
of course, of course, of course. Yes.
Shalom,
Shalom, shalom, Fernando. Good morning. How are you today?
good evening, Eti. Shalom, friends. It is beautiful, the pottery and the relationship. Just to add one idea from what Rodrigo said, it's that the octopus is like Sephirah Tiferet, that has 8 arms, you know.
Hmm.
This Sephirah Tiferet connects with 8 other spheres, so could be also looked at this way, just
Yes.
to point out.
Yes, yes, yes. Now, the question is, what is the connection between Tamnun, octopus, the 8th day, or even you say Sfirat Tiferet, or Binah, and the verse or the speech that was spoken to Abraham when he is 99 years old? God says, I am El Shaddai, go in front of me, hithalech lefanai, v'heye tamim, and be innocent. Innocent. The Zohar divide the word innocent into 2 parts. One second, I have to into 2 parts. Tam is innocent, and Yam is sea, and Tam is complete. Sorry, I forgot one letter. Complete. I hope that I wrote it. Did I spell it right? Hello, can you hear me?
I believe it's right, Eti.
Thank you. Shalem. Shalem is complete. So what is innocent? Meaning, this is how the Zohar looks at the word innocent or wholehearted. Tam, Yam. When the sea is over, or when the waters are over. Do we understand how? And now the question is, what does it mean when the waters are over, or when the sea is over? What do we meet when the sea is over, or when the time is over? What do we meet? And please now look at the painting of Bruegel, the father, the elder. What happens when the water or when the sea is ending or completing? What do we meet here?
The land.
The land. The land in Hebrew, Yabasha. 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 Land. What is the value of land in Hebrew? 300 and? Yes? Let's do it. 300 and
317.
Yes, 317. This is 12. Yes. And plus 1. This is 318, the value of siach, conversation. Conversation. Now, the question is, If we look again, this is how the Zohar reads the word innocent. Tamim, complete, shalem, wholehearted. Now, what does God mean by this? Veheye tamim. If we look at tamim, innocent, as two words, when the water are ending, there is no water anymore, what do we meet?
The dry land.
The dry land. And what is a dry land according to the Zohar?
Malchut.
What is
And Shekhinah.
yeah,
The
yeah,
conversation.
the conversation. The conversation. What does it mean to be innocent? To have a conversation, to return to the land, dry land on which, or solid ground, or firm ground on which we can have a conversation.
But T,
Yes.
try to follow what you share with us. This conversation means a conversation with, how can I say, something from the invisible or immaterial world, or conversation as we are talking now, two people getting a conversation. It's any kind of conversation or a specific way to, a specific form to dialogue. I don't know when you and try this point of view from Zohar and from Genesis 17, the innocent, when you came to the dry land, to the conversation, what type of conversation exactly you are trying to say? To refer.
Yes. Thank you so much for the question. It's a very profound one. What is a conversation? When people converse to each other from the heart, and a person feels in his heart that there is an understanding between himself and another person, this understanding, this sense in the heart that the other one understands him, this is a firm ground. A firm ground that enables both of them to walk on in the next meetings. I will explain this, yes? Just give us an example from ordinary life. There is a situation in which a person A talk or have a conversation with a person B. Happens. The next day or the next week, there's another casual meeting. This one goes to work, this one picks up the children. Person A wants to continue where the conversation when they left 1 week ago, and person B is not there, does not remember that he met person A, does not recall what they were talking, and cannot continue the conversation because he doesn't remember, he forgets, he denied, or he was not there even in the first time. So this is not a conversation. This is not a firm ground. Those are not relationships. What is a relation? Yes?
No, sorry. Just to mention, there is an English expression, small talk or something like that. How can I say, when you talk about trivial topics, I don't know
Small
yeah,
talk.
small talk, something like that. I don't know if we could consider this small talk as a conversation.
If you can continue and build the next meeting with the same person, those understanding that are mutual in the heart, and those relations continues in the next conversation. This is a conversation. This is a dry land. You can walk on it. Let's say, what is the meaning of a conversation, and why do we say the Zohar says it's yabasha, firm ground, or so, or understanding bina is a firm ground? we can build, when we go to physics, yes, we can build a building on firm ground. It's stable, it does not move. So we can build on it in the same manner that we can build buildings with bricks on a firm ground. We can build relations when there's an understanding between two people. If there is no understanding, or one person forgets or denies, we cannot build on it relationship. Is it clear?
So
Hi,
we
Felipe.
will consider a conversation when how can I say we can build something.
What is building? This is interesting. Is continuity. Let's say you had a phone call yesterday with a friend, or 2 days ago, or 3 days ago. Now you have another conversation by phone, or by any other kind of means of communication, and you continue to speak, continue to share. He shares from his perspective. This is building. We look usually in the neighborhood or in the cities, and we see a building from concrete, and we say, okay, this is the municipality building, this is the Capitol building, this is the Empire State building. This is like from concrete and stones, like very physical. But conversations that we have between each other from heart to heart are not less firm. They're not visible, but they exist. Do we understand this?
Yes, Eti.
Look at our...
Go ahead.
Yes, please. Yes, Rodrigo.
No, Fernando, go ahead. I just listen now, Eti. Thank you very much.
Yes, Fernando?
Just if I may share one insight that I had or read that stayed with me some days ago, because I was talking with Felipe and Rodrigo. I think that was last week. We could had a lunch together, and Rodrigo make a question that time, speaking like, what does it matter, the objective or the subjective reality? Because we were talking about that, like we are walking in the street, it's something objective, but two persons, different persons walking in the street is a complete different view of what is happening. One must be happy and thinking about good things, other could be thinking about bad things. So what is the objective that matter or the subjective? And I was thinking about the tree of life, Eti.
Yes.
That we have 3 columns.
Yes.
We have 3 columns. Column that is the left side, I think, would be the objective, that is rigid, And the other column, the right side, is the subjective, because we can color our day if we have a good mood and a good company. And we have the middle line, that is the conversation, that is the exchange between the objective and the subjective. Because even when we think about the unconscious, some people are not able to talk about it. It stays like the water.
Yes.
It is something too subjective. It is something that is not healthy. It is a water that is not good to drink.
True.
Like a mud.
True.
But when you are able to talk about it, let's take an example. I'm sorry that I'm talking too much, but
No, you don't. You just started.
If we pass through something that is harmful to us, a separation or loss, or when we lose somebody from our family, sometimes we are filled with that, with that impurity, with that sadness. But as the times go by and we can talk about the event without this impurity, without this contamination of what happened, we clean it,
Mhm.
that mud, we could clean that, talking objectively about what happened,
Yes.
and bringing that experience to build a new personality, a new point of view of life. You can see the harmful things that happens in the past. You can say that, oh, that happened, but now I'm better thanks to that.
Mhm.
What we are in the like you said, in Yabasha, in the land, in the firm ground, when we get this state. Just this insight, Eti, and I thank you for your patience.
Thank you so much. It is true. It is true. Conversation is a firm ground. A person can cross hard times, like upheavals and stormy days. But when a person has a conversation, a firm conversation, a true conversation from the heart, he can go through those days or through this period. It is hard or impossible to cross when there is no conversation. We remember the story of crossing the Red Sea or the Sea. What does it mean to cross the sea of time when we have a dry land, when there is a conversation? And then because it is to see beyond the troubles of time, because emotions and sentiments and all kinds of filters are not needed. We can see clearly and we can speak direct about things, call the things in their names. It creates a lot of clarity and undisturbed field of communication. If you notice, when people are excited or cross through it, everyone can see it from itself. When we are engaged with something emotional or nervous, sometimes it is hard for us to find the right words or to build a sentence, because we try to bring at once all the impressions that we have in one moment. It's like to bring a circle into a line, and it's hard, and sometimes we don't find the right words. So this is another aspect. But when we relax and we chill, and then we can bring one word after the other, build a sentence, then everything like is calm, and then we can slowly build sentences and communicate what is happening, not just from underwater, like a person who's almost drowning. We cannot express because we are so excited and we don't know what is up, what is down. But with a distance, we can build sentences, we can make order, and this is Vayehi O. This is the meaning, and there was light. This is the meaning of Genesis. Vayehi O is the ability to speak and to create sentences, logical sentences.
Iti,
Yes.
this is beautiful what you are saying, because Vaihio, if I remember, is related with Ein Sof also, the
Yes.
numerical value.
Yes.
And it makes me think also that this is the expression of Sefirat Tiferet that we were talking about, this octopus, this hidden aspect,
Yes.
This, when you are able to bring it to light, to take it out of the invisible and to relate with the octopus, like in that movie, that Professor Octopus, I think.
Mhm.
is the man related with the nature. You know, it's not something back to back. It is
Mhm.
front to front.
Thank you. Questions? Questions?
Etty, can you
Yes.
say a little bit more about this ability to speak and create sentences? A little bit more about that.
The most complex thing for us to do is to speak. It doesn't matter which language. This is the most complex ability of us, and this is what we are given. As humans, we were given this ability to speak, and this is the most complex activity that we are granted because it is granted us from the divine. It is very complex to speak. We can look into research and see how many muscles are working in the mouth and what is the connection between the mind and soul, and we can read Luria about this. This is amazing. But it's not for granted to be able to speak, because to be able to speak, it means that the mouth, pe, the human mouth, pe, has the, and in the Talmud, the teaching of the 10 spheres, the pe, the mouth is called Malchut de Rosh, the kingdom which is in the head, or the head's kingdom, to call it like in light English. The unified, the mouth is unify all the activity in the head. Hege in Hebrew, now very good, Hege. In Hebrew, Hege is a sound that we make. Hege is a sound. A second, Hege. Hege is a sound. Phonetical, we call it Hege. It has the value of 13. It's also a sound. Hege, it also means a steering of a car. Yeah? To steer, power steering, we call it. When, yes. So as
Power steering, yes.
Yes, so as a person drives a car and holds the power steering in his hand, and he could direct the way, and the car or the truck or the bus goes this way. The sounds that we make with our mouth is directing not just the speech of a human being, but also the way he handles his life. In a way, the speech is the leader. This is a very abstract, because it's not, we don't put it on a person with a name, you know, this, let's say Michael says, or Michael is the leader. Please pay attention. The speech is the leader. The speech. And from this we have higayon, logos, reason. So this, yes, the speech is what puts us together. Some people, they go into certain, let's say, chronicle stage of they cannot speak. Yes, please.
Well, I thought about God spoke, and it came to be the creation, Genesis. Elijah was told to speak to the bones. But I wondered also, um, how do we contrast speech with silence? The power of silence.
Um, Myself, just to add a bit, I went through a period when I choose not to talk with anybody because I was thinking what I'm saying is not helping anybody. So I went through a period of a few weeks where I decided to talk less or none at all because I was thinking all these people are talking, saying all these things. Whatever I'm adding, if it's not helping them, then I better just keep quiet. So I went through this period of not talking, which not talking, it is a communication as well. The people around me noticed that I was not talking and they started asking me questions. And I told them that I don't want to talk with them because I can't do anything to improve them. So my colleagues at work, they started talking less because they saw me not talking. Just added this to our conversation, maybe it will help.
Thank you so much. In the Babylonian Talmud, they speak about the dibur mutar, which is allowed speech, and dibur miyutar, extra speech, which does not help anyone, not the person himself and not the people around him. So it is interesting to look or to listen to what we speak during the day and how much the speech of us attending others, and sometimes it's the speech itself attending ourselves. It's very important to listen to what we say. Questions or thoughts?
Just thinking about the letters and the space. The space as kind of between the letters, there's a space, and the space also gives meaning to the letters. I don't know if there's a reciprocal relationship between the space and the letters themselves.
Yes. As there is relation between the silent and the sound. Yes.
I do have a question,
Yes.
Etty, if you can develop a bit. I was talking with my dad a few days ago, and he was saying to me something about the 8th day, which would represent the beginning from the end. Like from the end will start a new beginning, and that would be a new creation in the 8th day. And he was saying that there is a relation to the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet, but he doesn't know Hebrew and I don't know it either. And I think you know a bit more about this. Thank you.
You're most welcome. The 8th day is the beginning of a new creation, indeed. The 8th day is the beginning of new creation. Let's write it here. We have the 4 letters of the Tetragrammaton. I'll make it a bit maybe big here. Here we have Vav and Hey. This is 6. This is in a way 1. Together they are 7. This is the 7 days. And here we have Binah, understanding. This is the 8th day. And in the 8th day, we have a new creation. This is why We see the speech to Abraham, go in front of me and be innocent. There's a conversation, because if we look about Abraham and Isaac, this is one thing. This is one direction of this conversation. But, and this is for itself is a book or many. But if we look at the 8th day as a place of conversation, one, we can converse to each other. There's a new creation which is coming from our understanding. When a person can listen to another person, and another person can host another friend in his heart, the fact that his heart is hosting another heart, in the merge between them there's a new creation. This is a hidden creation. It is a creation which was created by the Word. The word Milah, word, is the beginning in a way of the 8th day. The value is 85. And this is the request to Abraham. Go in front of me, or walk in front of me and be innocent, that you will have the Word. The Word exists beyond space and time. When people speak to each other, now everything is with document and messages and so, but in ancient time people used to say, shake hand and say, I give you my word. What does it mean, I give you my word? Word means a promise. What does it mean? That all the movements in time, the watery time, the stormy time, will not change the word. The word is an unconditional love. The word is an unconditional love. An unconditional love is a new creation. Because which is not coming from love, the time will melt it or delete it. But what comes from love always stays, the undercurrent. We see our lives daily, each and every one of us are changed. We experience the changes in our daily life. Life gets a different shape, a different appearance to each and every one of us in his realm or her realm. But there's an undercurrent. This is the tree of life, which makes everything grow and be and exist. Now, if we look at the value of Tamim, innocent, complete, the value, what is the value of 490? I already answered, I'm sorry. Hello? Do we hear us?
Yes, I'm following.
The value of, yes, the value of innocent is 490. Sorry for, I already answered. Is 490. 490 without the zero. Without the zero, it's 7 times 7. And if we add the 1 to it, this is the 50. The Jubilee. And as Philip says, with a conversation with his father, when we look into the word Tamim, innocent, and we divide it into 2 parts, but in a different way. Here is a different way. We have Tav. This is the 400, the last letter in the Hebrew alphabet. And then here we have Maim, which is water. Verse. We see that Abraham was 99 years old, he circumcises himself, he gets a promise from God, and the next year he has a son, and his son Isaac is being circumcised. He's the first baby to circumcise in the 8th day. But if we don't look at the story as historical one, the name of Isaac, Yitzchak, he shall laugh or joy, depends on how we look at it. When we experience the 8th day, we can laugh about things because we are not engaged, like Fernando was saying. It's not about Isaac, the historical figure. It's the quality in us, the ability to laugh and to be happy and to enjoy if we have a distance from the event itself. Do we understand this kind of reading? How the Zohar reads the word? Yes.
Just to add one idea about Tamim,
Yes.
because I was reading the Isaac Luria about the red cow,
Mm-hmm.
and the red cow needs to be Tamimah,
Mm-hmm.
pure and complete, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he relates the the Tamim with Sefirah HaYesod,
Mm-hmm.
and in that context, of course. But it's interesting because we have here the idea of Ani El Shaddai,
Mm-hmm.
and Shaddai is the Yesod, right?
Mhm.
It's related with Yesod, like you
Mhm.
already teached us. And Tamim, it's equivalence of form, maybe with this Yesod. And the Ravi Isaac Luria speaks that the Sefirah Yesod is related with the 100 blessings that we need to take every day, to give every day.
Mhm.
So the one that is pure is the one who can see the 100 blessings every day. That is a new day, it's a new creation. You know,
Yes.
every day is a new creation. So we can be in this 8th day if we give 100 blessings, if we see the beauty in the world, if we see the beauty in the conversation, in the meeting.
That's correct. Thank you. This is why here we see that Abram is 99 years old. Yes, he's 99 plus 1. We have 100 me'ah in Hebrew, me'ah, and in different rearrangement of the letters, this is amma. This is a cubit. 100 blessing that connects the heaven and the earth. Shamayim, 390 heavens. Eretz, 291. Check me, please. Rodrigo.
It's correct. It's correct. Acting. It's correct.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And 390 minus 291, how much is it?
99. 99.
99. This is it. And this is the meaning of to be innocent or complete. To bridge, like Fernando said. To bridge, to give a bridge between the heaven and the earth. To bridge this with 100 blessings. What is 100 blessings? 100 in English, or Numbers 100, in Hebrew, me'ah, if we change the direction of the letters, this is Ama, this is spiritual qubit. Spiritual qubit is the ability to speak and to bless. And Rabbi Luzzatto says that what is Ama, what is a qubit, spiritual qubit. He says Ha'alef, the unity of the Ma. The Ma is 45 or Adam. So what is a Ma qubit? What is a spiritual qubit? Ha'alef shel Hama. Ha'alef that puts humanity together. Because if we open the name Ma, 45, this is not just Adam. This is the tetragrammaton in the filling of the letter Aleph. Yod, He, Vav, He. So Luzzatto says, what is Ama? Ha'alef shel Hama. Ha'alef that fills the tetragrammaton with the letter Aleph. This is a spiritual qubit. This is how he sees also the building of Noah's Ark. Because it's not a physical ark. Do we understand, or this is the first time you meet this concept?
Amazing, really amazing, and I'm overwhelmed. It's beautiful. Let's continue.
Questions?
Just came one word in Hebrew
Yes.
in my head because I was reading this word and it fits perfect to this that you said, that is madhim, that is wonderful or incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Like when somebody is happy, as I am looking at these teachings, and madhim is 99, just like what you were saying.
Madhim,
About
amazing. Yeah.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah. Madhim, amazing. Madhim. Yeah. Madhim.
I had a question about something earlier.
Yes.
You said the 490 innocence, the 490, 490. If you take away the 0, if you add the 4 to the 9, it's 13. Is there a significance to that?
Again. I will focus.
So if you take the 490, which is innocence, and you take the 0 off and just add the 4 to the 9, it comes out to 13.
Yes.
The number 13, is there any particular significance to the number 13?
It is love, yes. This is
That's what I was thinking too.
Yes, it
That's
is
what I
love.
was thinking.
Thank you
I
so
wasn't
much, Elton. 4 plus 9, this is 13, which is the value of love and 1. This is to be innocent, not to have a grudge, not to resent, to go in front, to say good words, to build a trust all the time. Yes, very good.
I have a question, but it's a
Yeah.
bit off topic.
Please.
Okay, so in Genesis, in the creation days, it says that it was a night and it was a day. So it was always starting with the night.
Yes.
Can we develop on that a bit, please? Thank you.
Yes, all are. This is the speech in Genesis is not about creating biological life on Earth. It's not the book of Darwin. This is not it. Also, Philo of Alexandria speaks about Genesis. His special book about Genesis. What does it mean? And there was evening and there was morning one day. First, what we experience is the evening. The evening is unconscious, things that we don't know. Unconscious is dark. We're not aware of things. And then,
It is.
yes, Erev, everything is mixed. We cannot separate the words. Like babies, they start to mumble. It's a very important stage for babies to mumble and to make sounds. They eventually will speak words in their language, yes, but there is a mix. We see things, but we cannot express them. So there's evening, mixing of things. We cannot call things in their name. We are not sure of how to express all kinds of moments, colors, ways. So each and every one of us experience always evening, a mixer of things, mix of many things like a blurb, and then we meet the conscious situation, the morning. Each and every one of us, every human, first he meets the unknown and then the known, the morning. Imagine that child in the first grade in school, in the first day. He was in kindergarten and now he's in school. He never saw the school from the inside. Everything is unknown to him. But after he graduated the first class, so he's aware. This is the entry, this is the gate, this is my class, this is where everybody sits. So, but each and every one of us experience this in a way. We experience every moment like this. Not just a child in front of the first grade. Whenever we learn a new software, whenever we write a letter, before we form our thoughts, we wish to do something. We wish to write a person a message. This is something that comes from the heart. But how to form words? It is first like a bud, and it is like evening that mix. Everything is, how shall I write? I want to write about this and that, and how shall I form this experience in words that the person who sits at the other side of the line will understand it positively? How shall I build a picture that will be accepted? So first I want to do something, but I experience the evening, a mix of many things together. If we are honest enough, this is what happens. It's a split of a second, maybe more. But if we are honest, this is what we experience.
Yeah, I was thinking that as you were speaking, the relationship between what you said and our first days as humans, we are in our mother's womb in the unknown space, and then we are birthed into the known reality. Then we see and we experience the ability to cry out and to speak. But first, we are in our mother's womb where there's darkness. You know? And I also had a question too about the 8th day.
Yes.
The 8th day, is it not also the first day of the next week?
Excellent. Yes, this is the meaning of a new creation. Yes, Weinreb speaks about this a lot in the roots of the Bible. Yes. Yes. This is why the Bible says in the Genesis 1 about the first day. He doesn't say the first day, but Echad, one. Vayhi Erev, and there was evening. Vayhi Boker, and it was morning. One day. Yom Echad, unified. You know, it's not the Sunday or first day, but one day. One that unifies everything. We can even
This
go.
is the difference.
Yes, yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, please,
The
please.
difference, the difference between Yom Rishon, that is the first day of the week, and Yom Echad, that is that is beyond time and space. If it is
Yes.
possible to.
Yes, yes, yes. This is why we say in Hebrew, maybe in other languages, when there is decision, let's say people have to make decision together, we say the decision was received בעברית, in Hebrew, פה אחד, one mouth. When everybody is agree, we say in Hebrew, פה אחד, one mouth. There's a unity. Yes? Yes. Yes, of course you're
I
right.
think in English it's with one voice. We spoke with one voice.
Excellent, excellent. Yes, one voice. Very good, very good. Because
On
Yom
one
Echad,
accord.
yes, because Yom Echad, one day, like Fernando say, it's not the first day and it's not Sunday. It's the speech, the clear speech, which is beyond time and space. This is why Yom Echad, this is clear understanding, clear logos. This is a unified speech. The unified speech is Yom Echad.
Mm.
It's one
This makes me think
illumination.
about.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
This makes me think about David said how good and pleasant it is when brethren dwell together in unity, when brothers and sisters dwell together in unity.
Yes,
Similar thought.
yes. In unity, it means that the events of time do not separate people. This is what it means, unity, that events of time are not cutting people off. Because in our life, sometimes the friends that we knew in school, they are, let's say, the time or the events of time washes them. It's not dependent on us, but it happens. So to be in unity, it means that people can recognize each other's heart beyond or above the events of time, because everybody's crossing events in his lifetime. Questions?
Psalms 133 1. Yeah. Passage with Psalms 133 1.
Mm-hmm.
Even I wonder, Eti, sometimes if, like I just read Psalms 133 1, that's 7 to 1, 133 7 1. I wonder sometimes if the numbers of the verse and the chapter, if that also has some significance before we even read.
Yeah, it helps a lot. It helps. It's something that I noticed this lately. I think 1 or 2 years ago. It says a lot. It says a lot.
Yeah, because when I looked at this 133 1, I see 13 and I see 3 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
I see 13, I see love there and it's also front and back, it's similar. 13, a mirror image of 13. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that first verse.
Yes. Any questions or thoughts that you would like to share, Rodrigo, Fernando, Felipe?
Just to add one idea, that is from the book of The Tree of Life from Hein Vital and Luria.
Yes.
And I know that we are out of time, but maybe in another session you could clarify it.
Yes.
Because Ravi Zachary speaks that the letters are like only material,
Yes.
are only the body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The points are the ruach, are the speech, right?
Yeah.
And the crowns are the neshama. And we talked here about the silence. It was beautiful what Felipe said, because I think this sometimes, and talked about here the importance of conversation to articulate in our mouth the coherent speech. And it seems to me that is related with different parts of our soul, with our constitution, like the letters itself, only the body, you know. Even the written Torah, it is only the body that can also do harm things. And the oral Torah, the speech, the coherent speech, this place of speech is the ruach, is the what moves us. I don't know what I'm just putting here, trying to make it coherent because I am learning while I am talking and asking. I don't know if these relations are correct.
Yes, it is definitely like the Torah, like you mentioned, the Torah is like letters. If we open the Torah book or the scroll in synagogue, we see letters. They don't carry the dots or the marks to read. And it depends on us in a way to read and to blow life into the body of the letters. Once we read the Torah, we open the Torah, we blow life into the letters, and this is why the Torah is called Torat Chaim. Torat Chaim. This is a living Torah, because the moment we open it and read it, we blow life into it. It's a source of life. This is it. We have this importance of liftoach b'Torah, to open the Torah, to open like a stream of life. This is the meaning.
Maybe we take the breath that was given to us through Adam, and we take it and we return it back to the source.
Yes, this is it. This is it. This is it, Shelton.
I saw the Psalms 133, the Aramaic translation. I wanted to. It's only 3 verses. I didn't know it was so short a passage, but I wanted to read it briefly. It says, "How good and how beautiful for brothers when they dwell as one. It is like the oil descends. It is like oil that descends upon the head, upon the beard of Aaron, that descends upon the collar of his garment, like the dew of Hermon that descends upon the mountain of Zion, because there Lord Jehovah commanded the blessing and the life unto eternity."
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Just doing something in regards of what Fernando said about the speech. I was talking with my dad a while ago, and he was saying something to me about one of the first things that were created were wisdom and the divine alphabet, which he read somewhere that would have been created from living letters of fire, made out of living fire. Like the letters were alive and they are made out of fire, and they just exist. They are not written on paper or anything. They are just alive in a way. I don't know how to explain it.
It is true. It is true. And this is very beautiful what you said, because there is a beautiful lore about Moses coming down from the mountain, and when he holds the tablets of the stones with the 10 Commandments. And the Lord says not that he threw the tablets and by the power of gravity were broken, but the letters that were from fire show how people behave with the golden calf. And the letters, they did not agree to this situation. And the letters flew in the air because they were from fire. Returned to the source. And suddenly the tablets of stones were just from stone. There was no liveliness of fire in them. So gravity just pulled. The letters just flew, meaning rose up in the air from shame. They didn't want to participate in this. So the letter, they rose up in the air and flew away, returned to the source. And the tablets that Moses was holding were so heavy because they were only stones with no vitality in it, and gravity pulled them and they broke. But the letters returned immediately to the source. Yes, the letters are living entities of fire.
This is beautiful.
This that you just shared, Eti, reminds me of the verse that says, God says, "My word shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that for which I sent it to accomplish." It kind of like the word going out, not just as a place on a paper on a scroll, but the word is being sent out like a wind, like an invisible power, and or as you say, like the wings of fire, maybe something that travels.
Carriage of fire. Carriage of fire. This is the meaning of it. Carriage of fire.
You had one prophet said, "Thy word was like fire shut up in my bones."
It's true. It is true. We have a great, thank you, Sheldon. We have a great friend here on YouTube, Venus. She's writing. Thank you, friends. Amazing. Thank you. Esh Batzmotai. Fire in my bones. Esh Batzmotai. Atzmotai are not just my bones in Hebrew. Etzim is not just a bone in English, but etzim is also an essence. So, in other words, my essence, or our essence, is fire. A divine fire.
If I may add something,
Yes.
I might go a bit far with this, but regarding to the last point you mentioned, also God's chariot, the Merkaba, it is made out of the same fire. That's what I was talking with other people,
Yes.
and we are not very clear, but I think it was made out of the same fire that the letters are made.
Yes. God's chariot is the Merkava. The chariot is the tetragrammaton, the 4 letters. This is his chariot.
Eti.
Yes.
And Merkava, we can take the Ma, that is
Yes.
Adam, that you put it, and the other letters that remains, we can take the Beraha.
Excellent, the blessing. Excellent.
The Merkava is the 100. It is interesting how everything connects in unity. So just to point it, amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I wanted to mention before we end, in Jeremiah chapter 20, he says, "But if I say I will not mention his word or speak any more his name, his word is in my heart like a fire shut up in my bones. I am weary of holding it in. Indeed, I cannot."
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, dear friends. Thank you for coming and gathering here and participating in this beautiful conversation. Thank you to the friends on YouTube. And we can meet here whenever you wish. If you would like to present a topic, Fernando, Felipe, Rodrigo, Shelton, Philippe, Venus, everyone who wishes to present a topic is welcome. We are here and we are listening. So thank you very much and have a wonderful, beautiful week.
Thank you.
Thank you
E.T.
very much.
Thank you, friends. Thank you, Venus.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Elton,
Thank you very much.
Shalom.
Bye.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.